The regionalization of social media. Well, let's take a look at social media as a whole. In general, Facebook is probably the coolest overall site on the planet. However, Google is the most useful, right? So we have these two things, and what do they really do? They take you from your living room all across the globe in a millisecond. And for us as a parlor trick, that's a very interesting and very cool thing to be able to do. However, its usefulness has really proven to be a problem for the industry as a whole, as well as for the economy. People don't understand how social media works. So we've seen a trend. Social media started out on college campuses and a way for people to stay engaged while they weren't physically in front of each other. And that would improve, with the theory that would improve their interaction when they did get back in front of each other. So from that point, now we've said, well, let's have friends from Chicago to Thailand and connect with people all over the globe, which is a great thing. I'm all for it. However, its usefulness to everyone's individual lives on a day-to-day basis is pretty minuscule. So the trend that I see moving forward from here is that social media will be regionalizing itself. It will be localizing itself. Instead of having to go into your Facebook account, log in, go to a group, hit a fan page, find out what to do, and maybe hopefully you find something in your market. The problem will be solved by eliminating the broad strokes of social media, the confusion, especially on the business side for couponing and revenue lines. It's going to be very important to regionalize. So if you live in the greater Los Angeles area, the last thing you want to do is get online, make a friend, or maybe connect with someone you're physically and mentally attracted to, and see that they live in Australia, and then the chances of you getting together and creating a relationship in the real world, the one that counts, becomes very small. But if that was a regionalized site or some sort of localized presence where everyone on that site had a geographical location, the sorting and vetting process becomes much easier. I write in this section about Target versus 7-Eleven. Now, me personally, I'm a little different, but I live right by a 7-Eleven and a Target. So for me, I probably spend half of the amount of time every month in 7-Eleven that I do in Target. I go to Target 3 times a month, and I spend hypothetically 3.5 hours there. And well, if you go there 3 times, you're spending $450, right? But I may spend about $100 or $200, a month, maybe $10, or who cares, but whatever it is. But every time I go there, I spend a lot of time. It's very big. It's very difficult to find things, even though they're compartmentalized. When I want something quick, something that I know I need, 1 item, 2 items, I'll go to 7-Eleven. It's a convenience store. To walk around the entire place takes about 30 seconds, and finding my product, getting in and out, is the most important thing to me. So that's kind of a broad description of the regionalization of social media, why it should occur. Right now, in the marketplace, we really only have targets or wannabe targets. And Target is Target, right? There's only 3 or 4 stores in the entire world that compete with them and that have been branded into your brain. 7-Eleven, there's a million 7-Elevens. They're all useful, whether it has a local 7-Eleven or Joe's convenience store, whatever it may be. They serve a certain purpose in your life. And I think in the social media sector, the 7-Eleven, the Joe's convenience store value is really missing from most of the social media mix. So if you want to see social media trends and where it's going to go, my opinion, I think it's going to go regional, and I think it's going to go regional relatively quickly.